Hey, book lovers. It's Natalie with Pippa Pages. It's been a hot minute since we've seen each other. It's good to see you again. I guess is the best way to put that. Not really sure. Um, so hopefully you all have been well in my absence. It's been a couple months, I think, since I filmed a video, but life sometimes gets in the way. I tend to stay very, very busy. But I did want to jump on here, do a quick video, let you all know that, I'm still planning on continuing with this channel. Bringing you content about different books that I'm reading, reviews of things that I've read, and just kind of creating a positive environment where we can all get together and discuss books. Now, a little bit of chit chat about what's been going on with me since the last time you heard from me. We finished our production of Still Magnolias. We did a Christmas radio show. I was in a wonderful production, like I was acting, I wasn't directing, but I was in a wonderful adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which was actually written by my friend Trayton Blackburn, and it was called A Bluegrass Christmas Carol. So he took the story that Dickens did, obviously, and translated that into kind of an Eastern Kentucky adaptation with a bluegrass flair, revolving around the early recording industry, and it was just absolutely fabulous. I loved being a part of that. I played the haint of Christmas presents. So if you know anything about Eastern Kentucky, we don't have ghosts, we have haints. And so I was the haint of Christmas present. Super fun character to play. I was thrilled with that. The whole experience. It's great for me to be able to get back on stage and work with other directors because it helps. It gives me a shot in the arm as far as creativity and things that I can do with my own productions. And it's just wonderful to work with Trayton. In addition to writing the script, he also directed along with Jason Justice. And so they're just absolutely fabulous to work with. And so, okay, I'm gonna hush about that because I could go on and on about theater. I'll probably do some videos later on that are theater related, as in like favorite plays, yada yada. But that's neither here nor there. So, in addition to all of that, we got a new black kitten. His name is Barnabas. And or we call him I think it's like this with every pet parent. You have a name for your fur baby, and then you call them everything except what you originally intended to call them. So his name is Barnabas. He's named after a character from the old Gothic soap opera Dark Shadows, who actually was a vampire. If you don't know anything about that, I highly suggest you check it out. But we end up calling him Baby Barn, just Barn, Barnaby Jones, Bernard J. Pussycat, like just all these things. But he's definitely a little rambunctious. We had kind of forgotten what it was like to have a kitten, but he is also so very sweet, and we love him very, very much. And so one of these days, I may show you all my cats in the video. I try to keep them from getting into the video just because they distract me. But I may just do like a little video and show you all my cats one of these days. Because again, trying to create that sense of community. And community means like we're getting together and chit-chatting like we're friends. And quite a few of you I do know in person, at least the ones that are watching right now. But it's just cool to catch up with everybody. So, I'm filling you in on what's been going on with me. Let me know what's been going on with you. Drop a comment below with something that you've been working on at work, or an exciting new development in your life. However, that is not the main focus of this video. The main focus of this video is going to be kind of these books that I'm getting ready to show you weren't purchased in one haul. They've been purchased since the last time I saw you all. And they've been purchased at different places, just things that I've picked up along the way. But I did want to share them with you because in addition to giving you a little update about my life, I'm going to give you an update about my book life. And so let's see. Got my Valentine mug going on here. I am going to, if you notice me looking over here, I have a new setup. I have a little gooseneck thing that's holding on to my iPad, which is what I use to film these videos. Real high tech over here, but it's kind of moving a little bit, so hopefully that's okay. This is the first time I've tried using it. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. I'm also experimenting a little bit with a different type of lighting. I also had a like a little microphone, and I was going to use that. I tested it a little bit. I think I'm just loud enough as it is because I was way too loud for that microphone. I didn't really have time to fool with the settings on it. So hey, this might be the best you're getting for audio quality, but I'm loud. So okay. So, I guess the first books that I'm going to be sharing with you all, I picked up at Ollie's. I think it might have been a couple different Ollie's, however, because I don't remember buying these all in one trip. Um, but I love the fact that Ollie's has such a good selection of books, and you kind of have to wade through some of it. But I've never in my life minded going through books in any way, shape, or form. And so the very first one I got is Cari Mora by Thomas Harris, and it's got kind of you can see it's a gilded cover. It's gorgeous. I remember when this came out. I was interested in getting it then. Let me see what the date is. 2019. I remember that I was interested in getting it then, but I never got around to it. Thomas Harris is the one who's responsible for giving us Hannibal Lecter, who is one of the most intriguing characters in fiction. And well, I realized that this is a different premise, a different main character, and it's obviously not going to be Hannibal Lecter related. I do think that it's probably going to be a really fun ride for me. So yeah, looking forward to getting into that one. And then probably as far removed from that type of fiction as you can get is this next one. Who it's written by Patti Callahan, and it's called Once Upon a Wardrobe. Look what a cute little cover that is. And Once Upon a Wardrobe, talking about C.S. Lewis, Chronicles of Narnia. If you don't know the Chronicles of Narnia, what are you doing? Drop everything right now. Go read the Chronicles of Narnia. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't understand that reference to the wardrobe, go read the Chronicles of Narnia. In addition to being just fabulous fantasy, Chronicles of Narnia is this really it's a wonderful Christian allegory, and C.S. Lewis is just a phenomenal writer. I could go on and on and on about him. Probably will do another video featuring C.S. Lewis, but again, neither here nor there. So this book, it says, just kind of looking over it a little bit, it says, Meg's Devonshire is brilliant with numbers and equations on a scholarship at Oxford and dreams of solving the greatest mysteries of physics. She prefers the dependability of facts, except for one. The younger brother she loves with all her heart doesn't have long to live. When George becomes captivated by a brand new book called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and begs her to find out where Narnia came from, there's no way she can refuse. And so this ties in to the Chronicles of Narnia mythology that way, as in she's trying to find answers for her brother. I think it's going to be probably a sad read, probably one I'm going to have to feel a certain type of way to get into, but I mean, it just drew me in with this wonderful cover, and then look, there's Aslan right there. Love him. Again, if you don't get that reference, go read the Chronicles of Narnia. Period. Point blank. All right, the next one is a historical fiction by Mario Escobar, and it's called The Librarian of Saint-Malo. I'm assuming it's San because it's set in France. But, I mean, I've been wrong with pronunciations before, especially ones from different countries. Hey, I speak Eastern Kentucky fluently, but, not so great with accents from other places. So, this, as I said, it's set in France in 1939, and it happens just as the German invasion has begun. And so Jocelyn, main character here depicted on the front, she is the librarian in Saint-Malo. And it says that she's kind of responsible for saving, like, she really wants to save people, but she also wants to save the library books. And I'm all about that. Hello, save the library books. Think it's going to be a good one. I have a good feeling about this. I love a good historical fiction piece. But sometimes it's really difficult to find good historical fiction. Um I think people try to make too much happen, and usually they all end up being romances, and this one will probably end up having some sort of romantic angle to it, and I just like some good historical fiction, so maybe it won't have that much romance in it, Okay. Moving on to the last one that I purchased at Ollie's. And this one is by an author who I have read before. It's by Marilynne Robinson, and this one is called Home. I think I almost accidentally covered that up. It's also an Oprah's Book Club pick for 2021. Didn't pick it up just because of that. Mostly picked it up because of Marilynne Robinson, because I think she's a fabulous author. The first book I ever read by her was is it Housekeeping? Is that the let me look and see if she's got one. Yeah, Housekeeping. And that was a gift from my good friend Mindy Beth. It was also an English major at the same college that I went to, and we talked literature all the time. But so I wanted to read something else by Marilynne Robinson. I'm pretty sure I also have Gilead, which I have not read, so I don't know which one I'm going to read first. But this one's here waiting for me whenever I want to pick it up, which is going to be a great, great read for me. Well, it says it's set in the same moment and in the same Iowa town as Gilead. May want to read Gilead first. I don't know. If any of you have read these two books, does it make a difference which order I read them in? Like, are they standalone stories, or do I need to read them in a certain order, or do I need to do like a tandem read weird thing, which is apparently trending. Um, so yeah, I haven't really fallen down that ACOTAR kind of rabbit hole yet. Some of my friends have. I've not. I don't really know if that's kind of what I really like to read. I might pick up the first one eventually and read it, but not for a while. Not for a while. Not going to. All right, this next one I'm super, super excited about. And I got it for $5. I mean, that's enough to get excited about. But this one is Hilary Mantel's Wolf Hall. And Mark Rowlitz is on the cover here. Mark Rowlitz, who was the artistic director at the Globe, like just months before I went and studied there, and then someone else took over. I can't even remember who was the Patrick Spottiswoode. That's who it was. Patrick came and talked to us a couple times. I can't believe I forgot that. It's been 10 years, people. It's been 10 years since I've been to London. I need to go back. But anyway, Wolf Hall, again, historical fiction, England, 1520s, Henry VIII. I absolutely hate Henry VIII, but I'm so fascinated by all of the Tudor history, and well, history about England in general, London specifically. Love, love, love it. There's a reason why I want to go back to London. There's a reason why I love teaching British literature. It's because I'm fascinated by not just the literature, but the culture and the history and everything about England. And so Henry VIII, a horrible king, a horrible person. Not going to make me change my mind. Don't even try. But this is kind of the chronicling him coming into conflict with Thomas Cromwell. This has also been turned into, yeah, it says it's seen on Masterpiece on PBS. And I have not seen this, but I know that Mark Rylance is in it. He plays Thomas Cromwell. I think, does Natalie Dormer play Anne Boleyn? I'm not sure. I feel like she plays Anne Boleyn in something. Not 100% sure it's in Wolf Hall. I'd have to check that. And I have no idea who plays Henry VIII because I really don't care. But anyway, super excited to win this. This won the Man Booker Prize. PBS turns quality stories into quality programming. So I know this has got to be good stuff. And I got it for $5. So super excited to read that one. Now, this last one, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th book that I have to share with you all. Maybe a bit controversial, and this one I didn't get a good deal on it. I didn't pick it up at Ollie's, or I didn't even mention this, but I got this at Books A Million in the bargain section. I went with one of my friends, and we hit up Books A Million and found that, and it actually may have been my husband I went with. Well, he's one of my friends too. He still counts. But I can't, it's been so long, I can't remember. Gosh. But this last one, I didn't get it at Ollie's. I didn't get it at Books A Million. I ordered it from Amazon. So I paid regular price for it. And I mean, I guess I could have ordered it from Thrift Books, but I just didn't think, because I really want to get into this one. So I wanted to get it as quickly as possible. I don't know why it mattered that I got it as quickly as possible, because it's been sitting on my shelf for a hot minute, because, I've been reading other things, and that will be in another video that I'm getting ready to do. So this one, back on topic, Natalie, focus, fight the ADHD. Getting back to this one, I've heard a lot of people say either you love this book or you hate this book. And there's really no in between. However, a lot of people whose videos I watch on YouTube, whose videos I used to watch on TikTok, I don't do TikTok anymore. And just people who recommend books that I tend to kind of agree. Well, I don't know, maybe agree, but I like the same things that they generally seem to like. A lot of them really enjoyed this book, and this is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I don't know a whole lot about this other than it's dark academia. I feel like there's like murder involved, and it's like a professor and then a group of students. So, maybe like more like Dead Poet Society vibes. Not 100% sure about the premise. I don't, like, obviously I could look up like what the premise is other than that. But I don't want to ruin this one for myself. I want to be surprised at the twists and turns. I feel like today there's so many videos out there that kind of give away all of the plot twists and the whole plot. And I mean, obviously, if you're watching a video that's a review video for one book, and the reviewer is going into it, obviously, going into it that you're going to have spoilers, right? I mean, that's nature of the beast. But like sometimes whenever I'm just watching a countdown, like somebody's like, oh, my top 10 books of 2024 or whatever, they'll be like, yeah, in this book, this such and such and such and such happens. And I'm like, I didn't want to know that. You could have just told me which books you enjoy, without going into all that detail and ruining the story for me. So anyway, those are the 6 books that I've picked up since the last time I saw you all. So The next video that you'll see from me, it's going to be that continuation of, I don't know if you all remembered it, and I can't even remember if I talked about it at the beginning of this video. I intended to. But before I took a little bit of a break due to everything that's been going on in my chaotic life, I had started a series called Finished at Fridays. And in Finished at Fridays, I only had one video, and that was my review of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Well, I do really want to continue that series, but I think I'm going to kind of restructure it. I don't exactly know if I'm going to be like, okay, here's one book and this is my review of it. I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, maybe just not in this next one, because in the time that I have, since I saw you all last, I finished quite a few books, and I feel like I'm just going to do kind of mini reviews in that to kind of get caught up. And then moving forward, I'll just have to make a decision about whether I want to do that on a book by book basis, or if I want to wait until I do till I've read like 5 or 6 books and then jump on here and do mini reviews. If you have any thoughts about that, if you think it would be better for me to do more of the in-depth style versus kind of the mini reviews, leave a comment below, and I'll play around with it, see what happens, see what feels best. But the next one that you're going to see for Finished at Fridays is definitely going to be that mini review style, because I have quite a few to talk about. I say quite a few, and listen, I know that there are people out here making videos who are like, yeah, in 2024, I read 150 books or whatever. I don't have the time for that. I work all of the time teaching English, grading papers, directing plays, acting in plays, keeping up my house, keeping up with my 3 cats, keeping up with my husband. There's a lot going on over here where I live. So, it's an effort. Like, I read stuff for class, but I have to put in the extra effort to read stuff for enjoyment. And I really feel like I kind of got away from that in recent years. But, this channel is helping me get back into thinking about what really made me love books to begin with. And I hope that my enthusiasm for reading helps you become enthusiastic about reading again if you've fallen off a little bit. We all need that little shot in the arm sometime to bring us back to where we want to be. So anyway, that's my little haul video. That's what's going on in my life. It is so, so good to be back with you all, and I look forward to making many more videos and talking with you all. And I guess until next time, keep reading, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.